Welcome to the Every Word is Gross podcast.
When you're here, you're family, which is a word that we think is pretty gross.
Now, on to the episode.
Welcome back to the Every Word is Gross podcast, the podcast that you love to hate, to enjoy, but also dislike. I'm Jake.
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Sarah.
Sarah, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I wanted to give just a public apology to Jennifer Coolidge for initially calling her Jane Coolidge in our first episode. I did correct it later on, but I had no idea until I listened to the episode.
Yeah.
That I even said that because I thought I was saying Jen, and I was not saying Jen.
Well, and you did go back to Jennifer.
I did.
You did correct a mistake you didn't know you made at the time.
But you know what? Like, if I slap you and then I say sorry, your face still kind of hurts.
Yeah,
so I
that's
just
true.
I don't want Jennifer to be hurt because I know she's listening.
Jennifer, we're sorry. Sarah's sorry.
Jake, I'm not sorry. Sarah's sorry.
Yeah,
I did.
You should be sorry by association, though.
Actually, I should be sorry because I didn't correct you. I 100% remember you saying that and thinking, that's not her name.
Who are you talking
Who are you talking about? Does she have a sister?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, man. Well, welcome to episode 2. We are so glad to be here with you guys.
I'm so excited.
And yeah, we're just going to keep this ball rolling.
We're going to keep it rolling. One thing I would like to mention, we talked about it last time. I don't know if we said it on the pod, but I have this plan. It's a grand plan to take all of the words that we use and fill them into a March Madness bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron, why are you giving me that look?
Because I made him laugh earlier, and he's trying not to.
Well, yes and no.
Are you
I've never
laughing at what
just
I
called a
laughed
podcast a pod.
Yes, I did. That was it. I knew it. I knew you were laughing at what I was laughing at.
And so it's just funny. It's
Okay.
just funny to me.
Then
It's just funny.
you said the pod, and I went.
And then I looked at her.
I know every time. No eye contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you were laughing at me. That's okay.
Yeah,
I'll remember that for
We
later.
were laughing at
I
you.
was laughing with you.
Laughing. Okay.
This is not your therapist podcast, man.
But no,
anyway,
I love the idea of a
as I was
bracket.
saying, yeah, fill the words into a bracket, and then
Yes.
at the end, once it's filled up, we
Yes.
head to head these words,
Yes.
and it'll be great.
And I never want you to not call it a pod ever again.
I-
Please. I really want you to call it a pod.
I think of it as a. Here's the thing. I'm cool. I'm hip. I shorten things because
Great.
that's what cool hip people
Yeah,
do.
That's what
Absolutely.
Schmidt
100%.
does.
That's true.
So I agree with you.
How do you feel
that
about
cool.
Schmidt? How
He's
should
the
I now
best.
feel about
He is
Schmidt?
the best. Oh my gosh, I adore Schmidt.
That's Schmidt from New Girl. For any of those completely lost.
Yes. And
Explain it to a non-family member.
Yes. I was gonna ask because I haven't watched New Girl, so
I feel like that
Confession
word
moment.
always just gets sprung on you.
yeah.
What word? Pod?
Family. No,
Schmidt?
not pod. Your pod family, Schmidt.
Man, I wish those were our 3 words right now.
Episode done. There you go.
Yeah. Right.
Everyone go barf. Oh wait, that sounds like I'm
Everyone go barf.
condoning. I'm condoning poor behavior. I'm not. I
No,
changed my mind.
Not
Take
at
that
all.
back.
Not at all. But this is the Every Word is Gross.
This is the
podcast.
Every Word is Gross
And
pod.
if you are new, welcome. Thank you.
That's
You
really
are family.
You are family.
You are family.
When you're here, you're family.
Yep, absolutely.
We've
And
always said that.
so,
I've always said that. The last bit of housekeeping I have is the grossness scale.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And
I'll make one a visual for our Instagram too.
Oh,
that would
that
be
can
so
seen.
good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yep.
can't wait to see what you conjure up for that.
I think you should not anticipate something good. It's gonna be gross.
Well,
It's gonna
then
be-
it fits.
I mean, that's what
Then
I
it
mean.
fits,
Good,
so-
good subjective in this case. Basically, it's a system of rating how gross the words we say are.
Mhm.
This is my proposed scale. We have 5 levels. We got first, and this is from least to most gross.
Mhm.
We got ew, and then pretty gross, and then disgusting, followed by vile, and then the last level is just just the most visceral, gross
I feel like
gagging
you said
sounds
so
you can
many
say.
gross words just barely.
And that's
And I love it.
that's for you. For those at home, keep your tallies going.
So I will have to say, with that grossness scale, we should not choose any of those gross
Probably won't.
words.
The thing
Probably not.
to note,
No.
though, that would be hilarious is per episode for people to listen and, like you were saying, the grossness tally to be like, yeah, you had these gross words, but here were some even grosser words that you said throughout the podcast.
Ooh.
I can't
Listening
wait.
back,
That's
it
not
was
bad.
like, ugh.
That's not bad.
I can't wait to get like like we have our own Reddit thread that then is like when we pick words later on, they're like, you said it in episode 3 at
already
minute
said
No,
47.
I was just about to say, I hope episode 2 someone goes back and starts statistics of every word is gross.
Yeah.
If we use a word that we already has determined is gross, but we don't catch ourselves, I think
I'm
that's
sure that's going to happen eventually.
eventually it will. Any statistic that somebody can come up with, like, start keeping it now, because
All you math whizzes.
oh yeah,
whizzes.
anyone good at Excel spreadsheets,
Not
step
me.
up. But should we get into our
I was
words?
gonna say with that, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's crack
Cameron,
in.
you went first last time.
I think I did.
Mhm.
I think Jake should go first
I
this time.
You think
want
I
Jake
should go
to-
first?
Yeah.
this
I
time?
want Jake to go
Wow,
first.
I'm honored. I was kind of torn between words on this one. I was gonna look up some like etymology, and then I just didn't.
Oh, good, because I didn't want you to be more prepared than I am, and I'm like very
You're very.
mildly prepared.
Are you
tonight.
etymologized on this one?
I did look it up, but that's all I've done.
I mean, I can
I
look it up
haven't
right now.
That
looked
is it.
any of my words.
But I
That's okay.
also like some of the words on my list. I have a lot that I want to say about it. I feel, and this particular word, I just got really excited to choose it, but I really have nothing to say about it. So
That's
I'm
fair enough.
hoping you guys have some comments.
Oh man.
I honestly have thought less in depth. I don't know. I feel like I thought more about what to say about my last word. I feel like this is going to be more pure reactions.
I'm excited
But
though
here
for
we go.
that.
This my second ever selection on the Every Word Is Gross podcast. Wasps.
Ooh,
Wasps.
Oh.
I hate it.
worse with the
most.
S.
It's because of the S that I hate it because it takes so long to
Also,
say.
you just went wah. It's like you did this whole like karate move in just saying the word.
Oh, wow.
Wasps.
But also, like, I think we talked about it last episode. You make a word a plural
Oh,
or a
100%.
past,
Yeah.
and it's gonna make it grosser.
Yeah.
It's gonna amp it up. It's gonna amp it up.
If you then put a suffix on this already suffixed word, wasps.
I don't think that's a word though.
It's not absolutely, but that would suck if it was.
It would.
I would hate it even more.
It would.
I don't
No,
even like the fact that you have said that at any point in your life. Like you have to live with that now.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
It's
can't
true.
just ignore it.
Nope.
That's the
Wow,
thing.
that
I
is
put
a
in.
gross
I put
word.
that into. That is my contribution
Where
to
were
society.
what were you doing when you thought about that word?
It is like I think it's close to the top of my list of gross words when
Okay.
I started thinking about words for this podcast.
Yeah.
Because it has always caught me up. Like I don't know if it's my accent or just the way I in particular talk, but like there's certain I've noticed like consonants or just parts of words that I sometimes don't say.
Yep.
Like think about the word mountain. I don't really say the T. I don't
Well,
say
no
mountain.
one does. That's just an
Mountain.
American
Mountain.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then with wasps, it's like I'm forced to say the whole thing, and it takes so like the SPS at the end of
Yeah,
that word
right.
takes so long to
Right.
say.
Right.
And it bothers me every time because it's also kind of an aggressive like phonetic sound.
Yeah.
The sps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasps.
There's like no pretty way that you can say that
It's
word.
not elegant
Yeah.
by any means.
Not at all.
And then you look at the thing that it describes.
Yeah.
Like,
No, absolutely.
and to be fair, wasps I think get a bad rap because
They're
do.
wasps.
Yeah.
No,
They should have a bad rap. They're just like, what is it? Testosterone pumped bees. They're scavengers. They don't do anything like
I'm pretty
honeybees
sure
make honey. They're
some
awesome.
Wasps help with the pollination process.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
so do
So
squirrels.
they do some good.
I
Okay,
mean,
well then
any
half the
animal
wasps
that's running
are
around
okay,
a tree
and the
does.
half the wasps are complete
other half
menaces.
suck.
Yeah, I whatever one step down from a phobia is, that's what I have of bees. And so so
How could we
I'm
amp this up
sorry.
for you
What?
into a phobia?
Wait,
I don't
what?
want you to live that half life. I don't want you to live half-heartedly. So
Yeah,
how do
but
we
the
turn
the
your
definition of a
full throttle.
phobia is like
you need to have
fear.
a phobia or don't.
The definition of a phobia is like the fear of something that would cause you to like harm you or someone else if like confronted with it. Like it's so intense that like you have to get away from it.
Okay,
and it
maybe
can
I don't want
cause
you to have a phobia.
Yeah, exactly. And so you would throw someone else in like the line of fire to get away from it, like that level of fear. And so again, I'm not going to do that with a bee, but at the same time, I'm freaking terrified of them, and so I'm
Yeah.
like, nope. Whatever one step down from that is,
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think
I'm
that's fair.
I've never been, but I am now currently allergic to bees,
Oh,
having moved to the state of Washington. Because I've lived in multiple other states, and I have been stung in each one of those states many times, and just a normal reaction. It just hurts a little.
it's something in the water,
Well, it's
I
because
don't
they
know.
pollinate hay here, and I'm
Oh,
allergic
yeah.
to hay.
right?
And
That makes sense.
I'm making that up. Like I have no proof of that. I just assume that's why.
You had me 100%.
No,
You
I
guys were like,
believe you.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
science.
yeah.
100% believed.
But
you.
I do think that's why, because
Yeah.
I've never actually had reactionary allergies before I lived
Mhm.
here either.
Yeah,
And now it's like come spring and I'm
right.
dying.
Right.
But I got stung on the foot out at a farm, and up to my knee, my entire leg had, like up to that point had I had
Oh, man.
elephantitis or something. It was insane. It was huge. Terrified me. I thought if I get stung on my throat,
Oh gosh.
like I might die. So I'm terrified of bees
Yeah.
now. I wasn't
that's
growing
fair.
up.
I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic. I have been stung. I've been bitten at least once, if that was a stung. Like you can get bitten by bees or wasps. Like there are some that will bite you versus sting you.
Yeah.
But I know
Sure.
it was some type of bee or wasp or hornet or something like that.
Killer
But I
bees,
have
man.
been stung at least once, and I didn't blow up like a balloon or anything like that. So I think I'm okay. This still doesn't change my
When we were kids, like the
horrification or
killer
whatever.
bee thing was the most terrifying thing too.
Yeah.
I remember my brother was like paralyzed with fear
Mm-hmm.
of the killer bees,
Mm-hmm.
which is funny because we started out talking about wasps, but
We did, yeah.
we're just talking about bees now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's like, because like you said, it's like wasps are kind of like the juice, like they're thought of as the worst bee.
Yeah, they
And this
suck.
is what, like, we already hate bees.
And
Well,
so
I love
you,
bees. Bees make honey. They're just nice. They do jobs. They're fuzzy.
I've had to come to
It's hit and
terms
miss.
with all of those things to go, okay, bees are fine, and I'm not gonna try and like squish every single one that I find. Because yeah, bees are important. They need to still be alive. I get that. I've come to peace with that. But wasps can just go burn in a pit of fire.
terms that we need the bees.
Come to terms.
Save the bees, everyone.
I see bees as just rude people.
Yeah.
Because I've been stung plenty. They ain't killed me yet, but so I'm not allergic. But I remember the last time I got stung by the bee. I was sitting in my friend's Jeep waiting for her to get off work because we worked at the same place, but she got off a little later, so we carpooled. I was just sitting in the Jeep, top down, great day in the summer. And then this bee floats by, and it wasn't like zooming around like they do when they're aggressive, you know? So I was like, oh, it's just chilling. And then it just floats on down, like
Yeah.
onto my finger,
Yep.
stings it. I'm like, I'm chilling. I was
let it-
motionless.
you let
I was
it
motionless.
In white, though,
In what?
nothing. Keep going.
Anywho.
I'm not going to explain that one to mom. Keep going.
Okay, that's fine.
If you
Just
must know,
ignore
there is a
the
band called
things that I
Motionless in White.
suggest to make the podcast better.
I
That's
just
okay.
said it. There's a band called Motionless in White. I was just making a joke. My bad.
I guess I'm just salty.
Okay, to be fair, yes, that is rude.
But yeah.
That's so rude.
So like they do good
so rude.
things, not usually to me directly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how,
that is
that's how I
good.
feel about it. But wasps, yeah,
Wasps
even more so.
and yeah,
Wasps,
and
straight up
having that
Karens of bees.
Straight up jerks, dude. Or Kyles, Karens and Kyles.
Kyles.
Yeah.
I knew a Kyle, but
Wow.
that's a story for a different time.
it is a story for a
That's-
different
yeah.
time.
Can I tell you my word?
Please do.
My every word
Well,
is
are we?
gross
Do
word?
we need to rate wasps?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did we rate last time?
No,
Do
we
we-
did. It's.
I
mean,
thought we. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I think we need to.
I think it's an
we
improvement
need
I
to
thought
add it to
we
our
can make.
scale.
Yeah.
So we have ew. We
mhm.
have gross, right?
No.
Or pretty gross.
Pretty gross.
Pretty gross.
Ew, pretty gross.
Pretty gross.
Vile or disgusting.
It's disgusting, vile, and then
And then
barf
bleh.
sound.
Yeah, gotcha. Ew, gross, disgusting, vile. Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Or
gonna hit
bleh.
it in the middle of the scale here with a disgusting. It's pretty.
Hmm.
It's like
It's-
just to say it, like it doesn't conjure any like bad images or anything like churn. But it, I don't like saying it,
No.
so I'm not going to anymore.
Well, we are because
And you
we're
can't
gonna
make
have to. We're gonna have to say it
Oh,
in the
that's
most
right. Dang
disgusting
it.
way
Yeah.
possible.
So we
So,
have to
I
do
guess
at
you
least
can
we
once
have to
more.
do it.
I guess. Maybe I'll just mouth it.
I think
That's worse.
wasps. Ugh. I think I have to go vile. The word itself is but it's the association for me that I go. It makes it worse.
That makes sense.
It makes it worse, and so
That
I
makes
think I
sense for
gotta
you.
go vile. I think I gotta go.
I would
Vile with that
concur because I would also say vile because of the association.
Yep.
But also because this word gets, like I said, it reminds me every time I hear it or say it
Yeah.
of how much I dislike it, and
Yep.
because it's hitting me on the psychological level like that,
Mm-hmm.
vile.
Absolutely.
That's the sneaky, the
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, it
That's-
just
that's
gives you
bad
the
news, dude.
heebie-jeebies long after
The
it's
heebies
left your
and
mouth.
the jeebies. Yeah.
I just dropped my phone.
I'm really sorry.
Heebies and jeebies.
I'm really sorry.
Okay, are you
Yes,
sharing
okay.
word?
So my word. Again, I don't have much to say about it. I just wanted to say it and see your reactions. My every word is gross contribution to episode number 2 is wrangle. I just saw your bodies like convulse.
You
The
said-
word is wrangle.
the way that your mouth moves with
How
the
else
R.
do you say the word
Wrang-
wrangle?
You wind up for it. You go wrangle.
It is
Because
a
your
wind
mouth,
up. It is
your
a
mouth
wind
has
up.
to be at a certain height in order to just say it correctly.
Well, you have
Wrangle.
to be at a certain height to wrangle something.
Well, I did look up the etymology. It's from a Low German word, I guess. I don't to dispute, to wrestle, which I also don't like.
Also not great.
Wrestle. Sorry. With a definition, to turn, to bend, to take charge of horses.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I just felt like
To take charge.
specifically. Also associated, of course, with the word wrangler, or wrangled, or wrangling. All disgusting words to me.
How about the jeans? Wranglers.
Yeah,
You
that
ever bought
is.
some
I
Wranglers?
did think
Some
about that,
Wranglers.
and one, I would
Some
never do that.
Wranglers.
I'm not a wrangler. I'm a Levi
Wranglers.
girl.
Yeah.
But I thought about that. I'm like, what a. I don't know if it's to associate itself with like the American, that
Those are the vibes I
cowboy
got,
esque, or
yeah.
if it's like someone's name. You never know.
Yeah.
If
That's
it's
true,
like, oh, it's
yeah.
someone's last name or something.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel bad. Like, we'll never be sponsored by Wrangler jeans now,
I'm okay with that.
or maybe we will.
I'm okay with it.
Wranglers,
I don't really
not a
want-
sponsor.
I don't really want that.
Oh,
Levi's
man.
though, hey, hit us up.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
see that.
okay.
I can
So
see
that's
that.
again, I didn't have a lot for the
Wrangler.
word. I just felt as I was looking at my list, I was like, that's the one.
There's
R
just- sorry, you go
RA
ahead.
is is an interesting.
Yeah, you have to like
It's
do a
W
weird
R A.
kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or WRA. Yeah.
WRA.
I guess I was thinking without the W.
No,
but
it's a W.
there is a W.
It's a
Yeah,
W.
to wrangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you have to like
I'm not
purse
an
your
English
lips
major,
really
so-
aggressively.
That's the wind up.
Wrangle. I
Okay,
feel like my
that makes
lips
sense.
just like went into my nose.
Yeah, exactly.
As I said that.
Yeah. That's what makes it funny. And kind of gross.
Yeah.
The mouth movement is.
Yep.
It's, like,
is kind
aggressive.
of-
Well,
It's
then
gross
you
in a
have to
gross
think
way.
about the action, like like go and wrangle them kids up for dinner. I'm not
Wrangle.
gonna do that. I'm 100% not gonna wrangle.
You're not gonna mosey
anything.
on. You're
It
not
just-
gonna mosey on into the backyard and
Yeah,
wrangle the kids
I
up.
feel like it evokes the like whole body just grasping onto something and like forcing them somewhere.
Or
and
a lasso. I feel like a lasso
see,
is
I feel like a lasso
a
might be
prerequisite
involved.
for-
Yeah, but
prerequisite for a wrangle.
I
think
initially
so.
just imagine like grappling with something, like wrestling a pig. I don't even know. It's just such a nasty image to me to
Yeah.
wrangle something.
Yeah.
Like I said, aggressive.
It is
Yeah.
aggressively gross.
It is
aggressively
kind of an
gross,
aggressive. Yeah. So it's icky.
Wrangle.
But I think y'all should rate that one then.
Or, yeah.
Right it?
So you got ew,
Ew.
pretty gross,
gross,
disgusting,
disgusting,
vile,
And
or bleh.
I'm gonna go pretty gross. That's a pretty gross word.
It's pretty gross.
I think it does have some practical application to it, more so than freaking wasps.
Whoa.
But
Oh, we're on
still pretty
W's
gross.
tonight? I just realized this.
Yeah, it's
oh,
sneakily.
actually.
Yeah.
Is your word
Actually?
W?
Sneak peek.
No way.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. This will be the one with the W's.
I don't think we can say that. I think-
WWW.
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
don't
I
know.
don't. That might be copywritten.
That one.
The one with
We
the
wanna do our own
W's?
thing
Isn't
anyway.
that? Isn't
Yeah,
that?
That's 100% friends.
Explain it
It's
to Mom.
Friends.
Yeah.
It's every episode title is the one with, and then they do.
Yeah,
whatever
but you
it
can't
is.
copyright 3 words that everyone says.
You
Well,
sometimes you can.
you can if the people who say them are trying to monetize it.
I feel like we might need to look this up. And if the episode ends up being called the one with the W's, you guys both owe me a McFlurry.
But also, I don't feel like we want to do our own thing. You know what I mean? Like, unless we're ripping off a different TV show's bit each time, I think we do.
Oh, I'm sorry. We want our own thing because when you're here, you're family.
I had a different idea. That was Cam.
Also, okay, I'm not getting into it. Pretty gross. You're right. It is
It's
pretty gross.
Pretty gross. That's where
Pretty gross.
That's where I'm sticking.
Did you say wrangled?
Wrangle.
I will say this: the
Wow.
way Sarah specifically
No,
said it,
I know.
disgusting.
No,
Because
that
you're like
yeah.
looking right at me as I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think
And
when
does
I
make it
say
worse.
I'm like wrangled, I'm like it's pretty gross. But when Sarah says it,
That's
it's
right.
disgusting.
That's right.
And
You're
so
vomiting
I
all
think-
over the place.
I think
and we're trying to wrangle it
I
up.
think maybe. How would you?
Ugh.
How, has it
That was
elevated?
so much worse.
I'm gonna
Wrangling
win.
vomit.
I win.
When we get
Change
onto
your rating, Jake.
phrases, that
Change
one's
your
up
rating.
there.
Oh man.
I will rate it just an ew for me because when I
Okay.
said it, I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
And it's just,
yeah,
it's an ew. It's gross.
Very famous, very funny Jimmy Fallon sketch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron, I think we've been
great.
saying that for years to each other now.
Yeah.
Since seeing
That's
that. Because
so-
we're big Jimmy Fallon
that's
fans.
so gross.
Cam and I want a Jimmy
Yes.
Fallon birthday. It'll be fun. That's the theme.
Yep. And then
Good old
you do all
James.
the fun games.
Yeah, I love all his
Yeah.
games, and I'm like, I would become famous just to be invited onto Jimmy Fallon's show
Oh, definitely.
to play his games.
When I was in high school, our acting ensemble tried to get on Jimmy Fallon by just calling him out, and it was a huge thing in our town for
Yeah.
a while.
I
Like
wonder
we
if that
got,
works.
we were trending in Washington at one
Nice.
point. Not a word.
It didn't happen.
Nothing. Didn't happen.
Man,
Because when you
well,
think about it, then
we
you
could
would have
still
to
try
field
it.
every.
I think you have to
thing.
get
But
trending on the global
on an
scale. to be
internationally
able
acclaimed
to-
podcast right now, so
Yeah. By the time we
might-
release this,
he
yeah,
might care.
you might care.
Okay, Cam, let's get your word.
My word.
yeah,
Well,
my word.
Cam
My.
rate?
yeah, he did. He
Oh,
said
I
pretty
missed it.
gross. No, you said
No,
disgusting.
I said pretty gross, but then when Sarah says it, it's
Okay,
disgusting.
yeah.
That's right.
So
Fair enough. All right. Carry on. That's on
my
me.
W word.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I gotta get prepared.
Take your time.
worst.
I want you to finish it. Worcestershire. I feel like that word is difficult for you to get out. Do it again.
Worst.
It like doesn't want to come out of your mouth.
The end.
Yeah.
Worst. It's like you just
drinking
finished.
the
Yeah, you just finished a
Fresca.
drink.
Worst.
I feel
No,
like you are
worst.
making it spelt differently than we have all
I
spelled
mean,
this
maybe.
word.
I mean, maybe, but worst.
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 Oh,
You're
that one
the
was.
worst.
That was a good one. You got me
is a
on
good
that
one.
one.
But
Worst.
I was thinking about it. I think it kind of like wrangled. You gotta get your mouth.
Yeah.
You got to get your mouth around
It's
it.
kind of it's worse.
I feel like you need to apologize to
I
your
said
mom.
it and immediately regretted it.
Apologize to your mom right now.
I'm sorry, Mom. I was really hoping we could just move on past that.
No. Nope.
Oh,
Oh, that was the worst.
That
it
was the worst.
worst.
It is a bad word.
Yeah, and I think like it's the beginning of one of the hardest words in any language to say.
One of the hardest things for a person to say.
And it's the start. It's the beginning of that. And yeah, it just sounds awful.
Cameron, have you
It's-
seen that meme that shows it's for Lord of the Rings fans,
Yeah,
I guess,
okay.
but it's like it was the best of shires. It
It was the
worst
worst
of
of
shires. I love that one.
there was a reel that I was watching, and it's there's a guy and a girl. I think they're doing a podcast, I'm pretty sure. And it's like there are three of the hardest things to say. They're like,
Oh, I did see that.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. At Worcestershire.
I did see that. That one made me laugh.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
It's amazing. I love it.
There are
It's
some
so
good reels out there.
But yeah, I mean, I just don't like how it feels in the mouth.
I don't
It,
like looking at you while you're saying it.
it's
kind
hard
of
to get
similar.
out. It's
I feel like you're
worst.
struggling. I feel like you're trying to wrangle the word worst
Yeah.
out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's just not
It's
good.
really-
It's a gross conundrum.
It's just not. It's
It's
just
also one of those Inception gross words where it's like worst. That is the worst word. Now I'm saying worst a lot.
You say
worst is the
word.
worst. Worst.
worst is the
word.
worst
What's
word.
the worst word?
Worst word.
That's 3 W's, you guys.
It's amazing. It's
Three
amazing.
Ws.
All right, we
That's
need
amazing.
to rate.
The ratings, yeah.
Who rates first?
I'm
Sarah, you
gonna
rate
I'm
first?
gonna give you also like a solid disgusting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fair.
I
like it.
I feel like definitely heard worse. Different word, guys. There's no T.
The tea's essential.
The
I will say
T
that. The T is
makes
essential.
it
It makes
worse.
it
makes it
worse.
It makes
Especially when you're
it
Cameron.
worse and
It's
the
worst.
worst.
When Cameron
I like that. It's like
revels
it's
in
almost
the
refreshing
grossness.
though. So you have to give
Does that
it
make
back
it grosser or does that make it better?
Think about anyone drinking a soda and making that sound. You're not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I should not hear you drinking.
I just if someone takes a nice drink of a sparkling glass of something and goes, that was the worst. I don't want anything to do with that person. I'm
Get
leaving
out.
the bar, the
Get out right
restaurant,
now.
the
Okay,
living
good.
room.
I just
wherever
want to
that
make
is.
sure that makes it worse.
Make sure you
I-
never
It-
do that.
It makes it better in the way of like
It's
How we
extra
want it to
bad.
ugly
work.
dogs
Yeah.
can be cute in
No.
that backwards sort of way.
No.
It's a similar strain. I'm not saying it's the same thing. It's a similar form of
I
logic.
will never get that. But okay.
I
keep
agree,
going. That's like
but-
saying like Smeagol's cute.
Well, Gollum's not, but
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
We can unpack that at
Just
some later date.
kidding.
I'm a little frightened by that.
just
Okay,
kidding.
what's- Did
My
you rate
rating, I have not yet. I think Cameron's presentation has upgraded my rating from
100%.
pretty gross to disgusting.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You've done the word its
Yeah.
due disservice.
Sometimes you got to say it just a
So
couple
not
of
do it.
times in a different way, and it can make it worse.
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
That's why I feel like it is a little bit of a downside to the being a podcast,
Mm.
just because they're not seeing the word being formed.
Yeah.
Which one I think is actually helpful
Yeah.
to their lives.
Yeah.
To not
Yeah,
have to
we're
I mean,
process.
seeing you from
these
that.
are
And,
some
I mean,
bad
if we get enough
looking
traction and
words.
if you guys really want it, we can do video.
Video podcast.
can
I
do
don't know if
that.
I want that, y'all.
We can do that. I mean, you might have to convince Sarah, but
I don't
We
know
can
if
do
I
that.
want it.
we can do that. I think worst. It's pretty disgusting. I think it's disgusting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go right in the middle with that one.
So is this where we all go around
Mhm.
and say them?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mhm.
starting with Jake's word.
Yeah.
Do you start it?
As gross
think you
as
start
we
your own
I'll
possibly
start it. Yeah.
can
So I'll start my own word.
for the new Fram
Oh
for the
my
new
God.
family
You're
members.
just springing it on me every time. I'm never prepared to hear it.
The more you say spring, the less I like it.
And that means we have done our job. Thank you. Good night.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Wasps.
Oh no.
I like the
Mm-mm.
whatever that's called.
It was
You
like a
gotta add
gurgle
something
in
to
the
the
it.
back of your
gurgle
throat.
or
Yeah.
the yeah. I like it.
Wasps.
Ooh.
Ugh.
That's right.
Ugh.
That came out of
Ugh.
Me.
Left
I
field.
like the very flat wasps.
I had an accent on it. I just couldn't hear it.
Hmm. Wasps.
That's like what a demon would whisper into your ear.
that fits because you said the way you finished with this. Ps. I was like, that's the thing we say to cats, and you think cats are from the devil.
It's
so
true.
Also,
100%.
it
Checks
had
out.
like
100%.
3 or 4 extra SPSP kind of.
It might have.
Yeah, wasps.
It might have a little
Kinda,
bit.
kinda like that,
I
yeah.
might have
Echoed.
misspoke
Scary.
just a little bit, but I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's some echo and delay.
I'm going with
yeah.
this. Prangle.
Ooh. An H doesn't belong in that word.
It was
It's
just-
already got
I was
enough
just
going
giving
on.
it that German. Yeah.
I gotta get my mouth ready.
I don't like that. Everyone, get your mouths ready.
Get your mouths ready, eh?
Okay. Wrangle.
Mhm.
Again, the watching you say that made it worse.
Nope. I'm not into that.
I also think like the gull at the end.
Yeah.
that's pretty bad part
Yeah.
about
Yep.
that word.
Mhm.
Which makes me think of another one that I'm not gonna share.
Save it. You gotta save it,
Yep.
not share it.
Save it.
Yeah.
Save it, don't share it.
Mhm.
I've always said that.
I'll always listen to that.
And I always
All right. I feel like this one, you gotta have like a little curl in the lip.
mm.
A
Wait.
little growl.
Oh, you
No,
haven't
he's
done
got-
it.
he's gotta
Oh,
say
sorry.
it.
I'm like,
He's
he
gotta
starts
say it.
his word,
Excuse
not
me.
you.
No, he's gotta say it.
I'm gonna
I
take
don't know
my
where we
moment.
are. I'm sorry.
Thank you very
Go
much.
for it. Go for it. Give us.
Wrangle.
Mm.
Okay, Grandpa.
No, I
It felt like a gruff word.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Let's do that wrangle.
Holes.
You made
Such a
that
good
so
movie.
worse.
2009, I think. Or is it
No.
earlier? Is it way earlier?
Yes.
yeah.
Where
It's
is
like
it?
2006.
Oh, way earlier.
Way
wow,
earlier.
3 years.
It was way earlier for me because it was like starting high school or
Okay.
almost getting married.
I won't tell you how old I was.
I don't want to talk to you about it. Jacob.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Worst.
Mm-mm. I hate that I heard every single letter
Mm-hmm.
at
Mhm.
its worst.
You gotta do it.
Worst.
Mm.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. You're the worst.
This was your idea, as I recall.
I feel like it's important.
It is important.
All right, here we go. Worst.
Ooh. 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 I like that.
Did you get a little chill?
Yeah. A little
Good.
bit.
A little spice on it.
A little bit.
Oh, spicy.
Hang on. Guys, I think
I was
man,
gonna say we kind of have a hard out on this one.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I
Um,
sometimes that's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
We're never gonna get monetized. I keep quoting.
Wait, you can't quote things to get monetized?
No, you can. I think it's fine, but
I feel like it's a form of like sharing the wealth. We're pointing to.
Mm. If
Wow,
only if-
I don't like how I said
We
that
are,
word.
if
I went
nothing else,
to
we are a mirror held up to the culture
The
of
greatness
our day.
That's fair.
of pop culture. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Absolutely.
Um,
Well, I mean, I think we should go eat some nachos.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Let's go get some nachos.
I think
Let's
let's cue the outro.
Every word is gross if you think about it. Every word just sucks if you really let it. Every word is gross if you think about it. Every word is gross if you.